Which came first, the chicken or the frog? I know. What the heck is Captain Ron talking about? A frog and a chicken? Well, if you're on social media, you had to have seen this viral sensation. Our friend Al Frugoni, he started it. It's called frog chicken. Basically, it's a different way of spatchcocking a chicken. You know spatchcock, where you cut the bone out of it and you do it. You don't have to do any of that. It just involves some real simple 1-2 cuts. You fold it open, and when it's hitting there on the grill, it looks like a frog. So it's really cool. The thing about it is, it's really moist and it makes a really super tasty chicken. So we're gonna do another thing. We're gonna add to that. Remember beer can chickens? Well, guess what? You have a hard time standing it up there. You gotta buy a separate apparatus. No. We're gonna take this, we're gonna make beer griddle chicken. So we're gonna combine frog chicken and beer can chicken and Nashville hot chicken. We're gonna blow everybody's mind. We're doing it all today. Let's get started. Now there's a lot of steps to this because we're gonna pack this thing full of flavor. One of the first things we're gonna do is we're gonna make this chimichurri. We have this dried chimichurri in here in a can that we sell on our website. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix that with some red wine vinegar and some olive oil. It's gonna be fantastic. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put it underneath the skin before we cook it. It's gonna give that meat tons and tons of flavor. The frog chicken is really cool because, as I said before, it's kind of a different way of spatchcocking. We're not cutting the backbone out of a chicken. A lot of people don't like to do that because they feel that adds a lot of flavor, that backbone having it in there. This method of doing it is very simple because it leaves the backbone in. All we gotta do is make 2 simple cuts and unfold the chicken. So I'm gonna take my prep tub and check this out. Ready? Boom. Goes from tub to cutting board in no time flat. So you wanna get a nice sharp knife. Woo. And now all we gotta do is make this incision right down the bird, just like that. We're gonna do it on both sides. Ribbit. So we got a little bit of extra skin here, so we're just gonna cut that off, nice and simple. The other thing we do on this is we take the wing tips off. They're not good for anything anyway, so we're just gonna take these off and remove them. Again, save these too, great for making stock with. In order to be able to put this underneath the skin here, we're gonna have to separate the skin from the meat. Now you wanna be careful here not to rip the skin. We wanna have a beautiful appearance, so be careful, just stick your fingers under here and work it real slowly. You can separate it, and it's gonna make a nice pocket for the chimney to go in. Now you notice I got it all stuffed in there. What I want to do too is give a little bit, even though we're going to season it, we're going to put a little on the outside. Normally you'd want to put some oil or butter on the skin of the chicken anyway, so this chimney is going to be beautiful. I don't want it to be the main flavoring of this, but we're just going to put a little on the outside, and we're going to let this marinate into the chicken while we light the grill and get this working. Let these seasonings really go to work on this chicken. So now that that's all done, our next step is to season up our chicken, and we're going to be using our PS Seasonings Hunky Tonk right here. It's a Nashville hot. It's a spicy one, so we're not going to go super heavy. We're going to do this. We're just going to give it a light coating. We're not going to cover it, but we want some nice color and a little bit of extra flavor. So, and a touch of last seasoning. All right, all set there. So now that we've got that all handled, our next step is to light the grill. But check this out. I don't want to spill my chicken. So, our prep cutting board turns into a prep tub. Pretty cool. Just as a couple fun facts, if you don't know even what lump charcoal is, which is what we produce, it's charcoal that is actually made just of wood. It's kiln dried wood, that's all it is. And if you want to know why it's called super premium, look at the size of these chunks. I mean, that is just a branch. Look at the size of these chunks in here. So that's super premium, great for your low and slow cooks, just like we're doing today. Now remember, when this is heating up, we want to put the expander in with the convector while it's heating up. We want this to heat up with the egg. Otherwise, we're going to get our grill up to temperature, which we're going to cook at 375 degrees today, make some nice crispy skin. But while it's getting to that, it's going to heat up everything with it so that when we put the food in, it doesn't cool it down. Since we're trying to make the perfect chicken here, we're combining all sorts of different methods. We're going to take a beer. So instead of using a beer can and making a beer can chicken, we're going to use our dripping griddle pan here. We're going to fill this with beer instead. Now what this does is this is going to allow moisture to go up into the chicken as it's cooking and keep that meat nice and tender, nice and moist, so we have the juiciest, most tender, most flavorful chicken that you can possibly imagine. Today we're going to track our temperatures with our meter plus thermometer. We're going to stick it into the breast and let that go to about 165. We are at 375 degrees and we're now going nice and steady, so we're going to carefully put this on here, remembering that it's full of liquid on the bottom, and let our frog go to sleep. Now that our chicken is on, let's kind of recap what we did here. So we cut this in the frog style so that it looks like a frog when it's sitting there. The reason being, we didn't want to cut the backbone out. We wanted to get all the flavor and all the vitamins out of the backbone. Next, we put the beer underneath it. Instead of a beer can upright chicken, we're kind of combining spatchcocking or frogging with the beer can chicken. So we poured beer in the bottom of it. Now, the way that that chicken is splayed out, that moisture underneath is gonna help keep that chicken super moist and super tender. So I think it's gonna be pretty interesting. Should take about an hour to cook. Hopefully we're gonna get some nice crispy skin because we're cooking it at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And we got a little bit of smoke going on, so I think this is gonna be a perfect chicken. Stay tuned, let's see how it looks together. Good news, we're at just under an hour and our chicken is done. 165 degrees internal in the breast. Look at that frog. It really does look like a frog too. Man, that skin looks awesome. That chimney, the smell of this thing is unbelievable. I'm so waiting to dig into this. And I got some new toys to play with this week off our website. So these are really cool. I love this gift set here, but these tongs are awesome. They got a built-in spoon rest. I mean, how cool is that? Pretty cool. Anyway, let's grab our chicken here. Okay, make sure it's all separated from the grate. It's not even sticking at all. All we have to do, carve it and eat it. So, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the breasts off and the wings. So let's start there. And that's it for the carving. So far, appearance test, definitely check. Juiciness test, definitely check. This thing is dripping all over the place. Smell test, I wish you could smell it because it's pretty awesome. Only one thing left to do. That's my favorite part, the taste test. Got a little piece of that skin there, get some of that white meat. Let's see what we got here. Oh my God, yeah. Woo! Wow, that is way better than I even had hoped for. It is so good. That chimney layer inside there adds so much. The Nashville hot's got a beautiful, that honky tonk's got a nice little touch of spice. We didn't use too much of it. We used just the right amount. It's got a little zip to it. The chimney is just so good in there. It actually, I think the oils and everything got down into the meat and made it more flavorful all throughout the whole breast. The white meat is just absolutely white and gorgeous. Really super tender and really juicy. Now, we didn't taste the dark meat yet though, all right? So, I don't know about you, but I never used to be a thigh eater, but now my girlfriend has totally got me into eating thighs. So there's only one way to eat this. I'm not gonna cut it. That is unbelievable. This might be the best chicken I've ever made. I'm not kidding, I'm not kidding. This may be the single best chicken I've ever made. I don't think I'll ever spatchcock a chicken again. I don't know. This is phenomenal. The breast is so moist and juicy. This dark meat, I mean, unbelievable. The juiciness, when I bit this, it literally dripped down my chin. It's fantastic. So what we have here is griddle pan, beer can, Nashville hot, frog chicken. Unbelievable. What a combination of things. I took the best of everything and put it all into one cook. And I gotta tell you, it did not disappoint. This is a meal that will make you, will make your family, make your friends, make anybody that comes in contact with it a happy, happy person, trust me. So listen, remember this summer, get out and grill, okay? And I'll see you the next time on the FOGO Life.